What's up, everybody? It's your boys Cam and T, man, back again with another episode of the Cam and T podcast, man. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Apple, Spotify, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. If you are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and like this video or this live stream. Give us a subscribe as well. I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom West on the Cam and T podcast, and we have my brother from another mother, Cam, the second half of this Cam and T podcast. How are you doing, my good brother?
I'm good, man. Good. Hanging in there, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We officially in the holiday season. Did you do anything for Halloween? I should have asked you this off the camera, but did you do anything for Halloween or anything?
Nope. Me and the fellas, we played we watched Weapons. It's a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played Among Us. And then Marvel Rivals has a zombies mode. We played that a little bit, but we ain't do nothing, man. What about you? What did you do?
Nothing, man. Same. I was really just chilling at the crib. My girl is really big into like Halloween and stuff. So she was all out with her friends and stuff like that. They did a big little Halloween thing. She was dressed up as Michael Myers. They went crazy.
Okay.
I was just chilling. I really was just chilling the whole time. So I had a pretty chill weekend for the most part. I really just chilled out. But yeah, I didn't do nothing for Halloween. But I love this time of year because it's like we officially end the holiday season like completely. I love from October 31st all the way to January 1st. It's always like my favorite time of year. So I'm excited. I love this time of year, man. So I did want to give a quick shout out to the LA Dodgers. They won another World Series. So shout out to, I ain't gonna lie. Let's talk about that real quickly before we get into everything else. I don't even watch baseball like that. That was the best Series 7 game I've seen in my life. And I've watched several. Like, I normally tune in baseball on the World Series. I will tune in there. I stayed up. What was that? Was that Halloween night? Or was that? No, that was Saturday night. That was Saturday night. I stayed up and watched that game. That was electric. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to Malik. He's in the chat. He said back-to-back champs. I know he's a Dodger fan, so shout out to him. Shout out to Oss already tapping in saying, let's go. We're going to get into some Panthers talk tonight, so that's going to be a good one. But, yeah, shout out to the Dodgers, man. I was really impressed with what they did. They done went back-to-back. Again, they're kind of like the new villains of baseball, I feel like, the last couple of years because they don't load it up on talent and stuff. But shout out to them. I did want to say that real quickly. So shout out to the Dodgers.
Yeah. I might tune in, man, because I started tuning in this year a little bit. The Braves, man, they were so bad to watch, bro. I mean, it was bad, bro. It was bad. But I'm probably gonna hit a game next year for sure.
I went a couple years ago. I'm not gonna lie. I went to a Braves game. This would have been 2022, I think, and it was boring. I was bored. Yeah, the Battery. Yeah, I was bored, bro.
But they didn't. Go ahead, my bad.
Go ahead. No, I was just saying I was bored. I didn't. Really, but I feel like on TV, low key, it was slick. Well, maybe because it was a World Series, it was slick better. I enjoyed the crap out of that game on Saturday night.
Like, see, that was a major game too, because it was like they wanted extra innings. That's pretty much that was pretty much like a double overtime.
Yeah,
It's pretty much like a double overtime game. But what I was gonna say is, they changed the rules in baseball recently. So there's a couple of things that then it kind of changed to where they can pretty much have more fun now, or not have more fun, but it's more fun to watch.
Right.
Because I don't know about you, but growing up, I used to watch baseball. Sometimes it would come on TV, and I would watch like a game or two, but it would be the most boring game you would ever watch because it would take forever. You know what I'm saying? They'd be sitting there playing 5-6 hours, and the score would only be like 3-2. You know what I'm saying, or 3-1. It'd be dumb. But nowadays you got teams scoring like 20 runs.
Yeah.
And another thing I've noticed too, because I don't know when they made this change, but there's like I think they call it a pitch clock now. Like that. So now
that was a recent change. They just made that in the last like year or two.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because now, because they could just sit on that mound all day long.
Correct.
But now they get up there, they don't waste no time. They look back just to make sure ain't nobody trying to steal, and they let that ball go. So I think baseball is something that I might keep my eye out on, moving forward, especially now that I'm down here in Atlanta. But yeah, that was a great game, Game 7 for sure.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was a really good one. let's get into some of the stuff we're going to talk about tonight, just to kind of give y'all a rundown. We're going to talk a little bit of Carolina Panthers football. The Carolina Panthers are 5-4 and above 500 in the month of November, I think for the first time since like 2021 or something like that. So, might be 19. I don't even know. It's been a long time, though. So we'll talk about that a little bit. The Jets just absolutely gave their whole team away, I feel like, today at the trade deadline. So we'll talk about that a lot as well. We'll talk about another college football coach bites the dust. Auburn fires Hugh Freeze. We'll talk about that. Clemson continues to struggle. We'll talk about that a little bit. And then college basketball, we'll touch on that for like 5 minutes. Both of our teams have already played a game. UCLA played last night. I think Clemson played last night as well, kicking off the basketball season. So we'll talk about that just briefly. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for tonight. So, Cam, without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking Carolina Panthers football. The Panthers, like I just said, they are 5-4 for the first time, I believe, since we started out 3-0 that year with Darnold. I think that's the last time. And by the way, Sam Darnold was playing out of his mind, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that game. Was that Sunday night?
Sunday night,
He was incredible. But anyway, long story short, Panthers haven't been this good in a long time. They go to Lambeau and get a win. And, I'm gonna be honest, Cam, going into that game, I thought we had no shot at all. I didn't think we had a lick of a shot. They go in there, get a win 16-13 over Ryan Fitzgerald, game winner. Rico Dowdle, third best. He got the third most rushing yards in the NFL right now. He just had 141 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. Bryce did not play a good game, but it was windy, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of a break. And I got a Bryce Young conversation I want to have with you too. He went 11 for 20, 102 yards in an interception. It was just terrible. But it don't matter. Panthers win the game, and they're 5-4. Going into the Saints game where you're probably playing the worst team in NFL probably right now. So again, man, let me get your take on it. What did you think about this game with Green Bay for the Carolina Panthers? Like, what did you think? Were you surprised by the dub? Were you surprised on how competitive the defense was? Because I definitely was. How did you feel about the game overall?
Yeah, definitely was surprised by the dub. I'm surprised by any dub at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because after them years, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually really surprised that we got 5 wins already. You know, I mean, they've done a lot. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Coach Canales.
Absolutely.
Because there's really no reason why this team should be above 500. I mean, on paper, they really not that good, but maybe maybe they are better than what we thought, and we just haven't had good coaching in a long time. You know what I'm saying? It could just be that. But regardless, that was a huge win. Green Bay is one of the best teams in the NFL, right? They're Super Bowl contenders, a lot of people would say. And Carolina was able to knock them off. So I think that's huge for them. Now, one thing I will say about the Packers before I get back to the Panthers is they 2 losses are to the Browns and the Panthers. Those are 2 rough. I mean, the Panthers loss ain't that bad in hindsight, but that Browns loss is pretty bad. You know, I mean, they got to find Green Bay. Both of their losses have come to game-winning kicks. So they got to find a way to stop, losing like that. Another thing I want to say, too, is on Fox. They was talking about the Panthers. Did you see how they was talking about us, bro? At halftime?
Yeah, it was.
It was stupid. Like Carolina not a professional football team. Like,
I mean, they were talking about like that this week period, all over the place, which we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy because you got to understand this is professional football, man. Like, sometimes the worst team in the league might just beat the best team in the league. It might just happen one day.
I think not to even cut you off, I think, and I can't believe it's coming out of my mouth, I don't think the Panthers are the worst team in the league no more. Like, I think the Panthers are actually like an average football team now. Like, they're just average.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're better than what they've been the last couple of years. And I think that people are automatically saying, well, it's the Panthers.
For sure.
They've been terrible for the last 7 years. So we're just going to continue to keep them in that bracket. But I think Dave Canales has improved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did a really good job in the offseason this year. So I think people got to stop looking at the Panthers of, oh, it's the Panthers. Right. At least this year. Because they already got 5 wins already. We had that in the year last year. So in the year before that too. So
and every year before that, except for that
yeah,
Steve
so
Wilkes
it's
year.
like
So,
I think the Panthers. I think people just kind of might need to say the Panthers are a little better than what we thought. Not saying that they're good. I still don't think they're like a championship contender or nothing like that. They're far from that, but they're not as bad as they've been the last couple of years. So I do think the Panthers deserve some credit. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Get back into what you were saying.
no, you good, man. You right. I just think overall, as far as what we look like you said, defense looks very much improved.
Yeah.
Derek Brown should be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
J.C. Horn should be in conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah, he's been like a top 3 corner this year, bro. He's been amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's tough to say, man. It's tough. Like some weeks we just gonna not be as good. We just gonna have lapses. It's fine because, like I said, we're still an ascending team.
Yeah.
We're not at the top of the mountain yet. We're not where we want to be, but we getting there. And the thing I like about the Panthers is, we said this last week on the pod, is that game against Buffalo, it was kind of one of those games where we looked at it and it didn't feel like the norm for us anymore.
Yeah.
It just felt like, a 1 week thing. And obviously Buffalo's kind of looked very good these last couple of weeks, it seems like. Especially this weekend, I thought they did a really good job. But overall, man, offensively, there's still some things I want to see do better. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the ball in the end zone more. Rico Dowdle is obviously looking like a top 5 back right now in the game. He's hooping, but the pass game, we got to figure that out. Now the win was a big issue.
Bad.
You know what I'm saying? That interception he threw kind of got caught in the wind. It kind of went left, but still, it's one of those things where we got to fix this because we can't just keep scraping by with less than 200 pass yards and getting wins. We gotta find a way to get the ball down the field consistently. So overall, man, I like where the Panthers are at. I like that they're ascending. I like that they're improving. It seems like every week in one way or another. I like that. I feel like we got a really good kicker, to be honest with you. I hope I don't jinx him by saying this, but I like how I like Ryan Fitzgerald a lot. I think we got a really good coach. I think he's a really good play caller too, to be honest with you. And then as far as Evero goes, I mean, he's doing much better than he was last year. I got to give him his credit. So I like where the Carolina Panthers are going. I just want to keep seeing that improvement.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say the same thing. I was just about to give Evero credit because last year and even the beginning of this year, he was getting slandered a lot. And I think right now the Panthers rank like top 10, like dang near in every statistical category in defense, are close around that area, like 10, 12, 13. And from where they were last year to now, you got to give him a little bit of credit. So definitely, and again, I think Dave Canales, I talked about that last week. I see the potential in him as a young coach. I think he's going to be okay. And he's a really good play call, like you said, but I'm starting to see the growth and I see the progress of the Carolina Panthers. I think me and you talked about it either last week or 2 weeks ago. We were saying if Carolina gets 7 wins, we kind of good with that. Like that's progress. They already got 5. They still got to play the Saints twice.
Exactly.
So, again, man,
can I ask you
I'm impressed. Go ahead.
Can I ask you too, when you're done, I want to read the schedule out to you.
And I want to get your take. You can do that now. You can do it now.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get your take on it. So we got 5 already, y'all. T, I'm gonna read out the next. I'm just read out all the rest of the games. It ain't that many. Let me know how you feeling. All right. Okay. So next week we got the Saints at home.
That should be a dub.
It should be straight up. Like it should be a dub.
I agree.
And Carolina's favored by almost 6. So, which is that's the first time Carolina probably been favored in a long time.
That high too, definitely.
Yeah, that's almost a touchdown. So man, then they got the Falcons down here in Atlanta.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that's a dub, bro. The way the Falcons are playing right now and the way the Panthers are playing, I think that's a dub.
It should be. My whole thing is, they're gonna always want us to split with Atlanta.
Yeah.
But it should be a dub, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we normally split with Atlanta, so I'll say probably L, but that should be a dub.
Yep. Then the following week, Monday night in San Francisco.
Oh, that's probably an L. That's probably an L.
Yeah. My thing is with that one specifically, imagine if we catch the 49ers on a week where they dealing with an injury bug like they
Yeah,
have been.
like they have been
You know
all
what I'm
this
saying?
year, really. Yeah.
So imagine we just catch them on a day like that, or maybe Brock Purdy starts that game. Because I'm at the point now where Mac Jones probably a little more dangerous in that offense than
Correct.
Brock Purdy is. So
Yeah.
but I'm with you though, probably gonna be an L. And then we got the Rams at home. That's probably an L,
That's
right?
probably an L. Now, I'm always curious though of West Coast teams coming east though at a 1:00 game. You gotta take that in consideration as well. But I think that's probably a Rams W probably.
Yeah, probably so. Because they looked good in England the other week when they beat
They
the
did. Yeah.
Jags. And then we got the Saints over in New Orleans. And that's after a bye week too.
I think you sweep the Saints.
Got to. And in my opinion, that should be a no-brainer sweep.
Yeah, you should sweep them. Yeah.
In my opinion. And then after that, back at home against the Buccaneers.
They probably a L. But it's a division game, so you never know. But probably a L.
And then you got a flex game on a Saturday against a Saturday or Sunday. Could be either one at home against the Seahawks, which probably an L.
That's probably an L. They're playing pretty well. Yeah.
Yep. And then you got the last game of the season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Now, see, Tampa could be resting folks.
Should be.
They probably would be at that point done wrapped up the division.
Yep.
I think 8 wins is really possible. I think 2 against the Saints and maybe one of them, Tampa, Atlanta. I think 8 is the real. And honestly, the Panthers get 8, they should take that and be like, we did a good job. And then next year should be playoffs. Next year should be 100% playoff expectations.
Because if you get 8 wins, now you sitting in the middle of the draft, probably about 12, 13, something like that. Right. You should be. What would you take? What position Carolina need back? Because I think you got to take. I feel like linebackers obviously
linebackers a must at some point pretty early.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say safety potentially is a must.
Yeah.
I like Ransom and all that, but Nick Scott's not good. I think safety is obviously a choice. And honestly, man, you might not agree with this, but maybe even guard. The way these guards have been dropping left and right like that, like Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis, and they're already kind of getting old. And then Brady Christensen, he might want to, explore his options elsewhere.
Yeah.
Line, low-key, wouldn't be a bad place to look either. But I think linebacker probably number one priority. I'd probably say linebacker number one. I think linebacker's like the number one priority, I think. Even though Roseboom played a hell of a game, and he's been playing better lately. And even Wallace, I thought, played really good the other day ago. But linebacker's got to be probably the answer there.
It's got to be a position. I think honestly, I think you still got to go D.
Or corner.
I was gonna say anywhere.
Corner, yeah, cornerback too. No, actually, cornerback 1 might be the biggest. I mean, cornerback 2 might be the biggest.
It just depends.
Because Mike Jackson is just not. He's a good player, but he ain't got no hands. Cornerback. Yeah,
it just depends. It really just depends on where you're picking,
Yeah.
And who's available. I think honestly, Carolina might be in a position to go BPA.
I mean, it might be.
With the way things are looking, obviously you probably don't want to go wide receiver for a 3rd year in a row, but I don't see why you can't go, like you said, guard or tackle even if you want to do something like that, or go what's it called? Go anywhere on the D.
Yeah.
I feel like anything would be good.
Let me ask you this too. I want to give Ike Ekwonu some credit because he was absolutely amazing on Saturday. He had Micah Parsons in jail. So I want to give him credit first and foremost. And secondly, I want to get into this because there was something I tweeted out the other day ago that was looked at as controversial, but I don't really see it as that. I don't think Bryce Young is a franchise quarterback yet. Let me put that out. Yet. I don't think Bryce Young is a franchise quarterback yet. I don't see it. It's year 3 now. Grant, I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace because year 1 was so chaotic from him. I'm almost like not even gonna count that. So I'm gonna look at this as technically year 2 for him, essentially. But my thing with Bryce is the inconsistency, and you talked about it a little bit earlier. We need more in the offense and mainly in the passing game, and that starts and finishes low key with Bryce. Do you think that's a crazy thing for me to say? He's just a guy right now. He's an average, okay-ish quarterback. He's not terrible. He's not cheeks, but he's also not nobody I know I can put the game. And let me make this clear too. You can win games with a guy like that. You can. I want to make that clear too. But Bryce is somewhere between 18, 19, and 25. Like he's somewhere probably in that ranking system. Is that crazy to say?
No, I don't think it's crazy to say. I think there's. It's not crazy to say. It's just it's hard. It's hard to tell because statistically, like you said, he probably even lower than that.
Correct.
But when you actually watch him,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
And he's got a clutch gene too, man.
Yeah, that's the
quarter.
That's the thing right there. That's the thing right there. It's the clutch gene. He had that gene right there. Is up there. It's high. But it's the rest. It's high. First and foremost, the first quarter Bryce, bad.
Right?
Always. It's always something, right?
Yeah.
Second quarter, he starts to pick it up. But that second half, that third and fourth quarter Bryce.
Fourth quarter mainly, he just turns it on, man.
It's different, man. So it's not a bad take, man, at all. I wouldn't disagree. You know, it's kind of one of the things where it's like if we talking about paying him some money, you know what I mean?
And that's what I was getting at because eventually that's going to become the talk in about a year. How are you going to pay him $50 million a year? And my answer is heck no. Heck no, I'm not.
Let me ask you this: how much money did Trevor Lawrence get? He got 55.
Let me check. I think he did get like in that ballpark. Hold on, I got you.
How much did he get? And how much did a guy like Brock Purdy get? How much did they
Trevor
get?
Lawrence, I'm about to look up Trevor Lawrence's contract right now. Hold on. So Trevor Lawrence contract, let's pull it up right here. We got Trevor Lawrence contract. That's going to be $55 million per year for Trevor Lawrence. Now, we're going to put up Brock Purdy, which I think is around that same
I think he there too, 55.
He got 53 per year.
53.
So I'm not giving Bryce Young 53, 55 million per year. I'm not with what I'm seeing right now. That's why I said I would let him play out his contract. And if he don't get no better than what he is now, I think you got to let him walk and start it over. I hate to do that, but
that's the thing though. It's like he probably looking at it like, look, bro, them dudes, Trevor, because he kind of on the same trajectory. Trevor was. I mean, he was better his second year. They had a strong year his second year or third year, one of them years, under Doug Peterson before the wheels fell off. But it's like it's one of them things where he probably looking at it like, bro, you can't pay me no less than what he got paid, and he been doing, and I've been doing pretty much the same thing he been doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I do wonder what they gonna do in that situation because we at the point now where they talking about a 5th-year option. I'm pretty sure.
That's gonna be this summer.
I think you pick it up. I think you got to.
Yeah, you pick it up. Yeah, heck yeah, you pick it up.
And the reason you pick it up, so he play on that, and then he play on that a 5th year even maybe.
I would give him if he don't hoop absolutely insane next year, you let him play on that 5th year contract.
Exactly.
Sure.
And then he
got to walk. You do it like Justin Fields. You let him go.
Yep. And you let him go. That's pretty much what you got to do. I mean, that's really the only option. Yeah. Because in my opinion, I don't think right now, I don't see how you give him a long-term $50 million contract.
You can't, bro.
$60 million contract that some of these guys are getting.
Yeah, you can't give him $50 million right now. That's not going to happen. Yeah. One more thing I wanted to say before we move on to the Jets, because they're making a lot of trades right now. And you kind of touched on it earlier. Derrick Brown 100% needs to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year and probably needs to win it. He's been absolutely dominant, man. I just wanted to say that real quick. He's been good, bro. He's been good. So I just wanted to give him credit real quick before we move on. Let's
Mm-hmm.
get into the New York Jets. They made a lot of trades today. Quinnen Williams, and I think most of these guys just got paid like in the last year or two. Quinnen Williams got sent to the Cowboys. I think they gave up a first round pick and a second round pick. I think they gave up a second round this year and a first round next year or something like that. Sauce Gardner got traded today.
And Mozzie Smith.
And Mozzie Smith, yep, with the last pick, yep.
Yep.
And with the Colts, which they seem like they're going all in behind Daniel Jones, which is another story for another day because he looked rough this past week. He looked like the normal Daniel Jones again.
Yeah, 5 turnovers.
Yeah, he was terrible. But they went all in on Sauce Gardner, traded 2 first-round picks for him and A.D. Mitchell, young wide receiver. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. The Jets are either gonna be terrible for a very long time, even more if they don't land these draft picks, or they're gonna really flip this thing around because the next year's draft, I think, is absolutely loaded, especially when it comes to defensively. It is a loaded up draft class. I'm telling you now, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably in the minority here. I like what the Jets did today. Like, I don't have any problem with what they did today at all. Sauce Gardner has kind of fell off a little bit. Let's be honest. Yep. He's fell off a little bit. They already done paid him. He's fell off. And the Jets are nowhere near being good. They don't have a quarterback, bro. They don't have a quarterback. Their O-line is still shaky at best. The defense has been pretty good, but it's not getting them any wins. So, again, there's not really a lot. And honestly, just being transparent, I could 100% see them firing Aaron Glenn at the end of the year. Would that shock you? He's black. So they might fire him.
He getting fired, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you're a coach and you got all them draft picks, that's going to be low-key a very attractive place because you're literally going to be building from ground up with everything. I don't have a problem with what the Jets did today. How do you feel about it?
I think you say you don't have a problem with the Jets.
I don't.
I think I don't know, man. I first and foremost, I think you touched on it. I think that signals that it's gonna be a one and done for Aaron Glenn.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
I don't think you make these decisions.
No.
And if you're not gonna rebuild all the way. Yeah. I think they're rebuilding all the way. They got let me see, they got oh man, I had it pulled up. That's what I
can tell you off the top of my head. They got Indiana's first round pick.
Okay.
For the next 2 years, this year and next year. Then they got the Cowboys pick and A.D. Mitchell, of course. Then they got the Cowboys pick, second round this year, first round next year, and Mozzie Smith. And that ain't including their own first round picks they already got. I don't know that part. But they probably gonna have the number 1 pick probably this year. And probably next year too. So they're gonna be able to load up, man. They're in a good spot, bro. They got a lot of money off the books today because Quinnen Williams got paid, was that 2 years ago? And Sauce Gardner got paid last year. So they just freed up a lot of money as well.
Yeah. But see, my thing is they ain't gonna do shit with it.
Yeah.
That's my thing. They ain't gonna do nothing with it.
That's the only. They're either gonna be really terrible for even longer time, or they're gonna really flip this thing around and be decent in like 2-3 years. Either way it go, I think next year if you're just man, expect you to be crap. And maybe 2027, you can start looking up and saying maybe something can happen.
So just to wrap up what you said, 2 first-round picks next year, like you said, Jets and Indies. Then they got 2 second-round picks next year, Jets and Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Then the following year, they got 3 first-round picks.
Correct. And 28.
So that's a lot of picks in the first. That's in the next 2 drafts, they got 7 picks in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Of the next 2 drafts. So, like you said, that's a lot of work that can be done.
A lot of it.
But what are you gonna do with it?
Correct. The draft.
And here's my thing. If I'm the Jets, if it was me, I ain't trading out one of those picks for nobody. I don't care.
No. They gotta sit still on them picks. They have to.
You have to, bro.
Yeah, they have to.
I would not, unless for some odd reason it ain't even gonna happen. So ain't no need for me to even mention it. But I was gonna say, unless Indianapolis or Dallas turn into a Super Bowl contender where it's guaranteed they getting that 32nd pick, I wouldn't trade none of them picks for nobody, bro. No, I would draft. I would go all youth. Yeah, I agree. I would take this year. They're gonna take a quarterback probably. They probably gonna try to take Mendoza, and I feel sorry for the kid because that's pretty much it for him. Yeah. They probably gonna take a wide out, right? You know what I'm saying? Opposite Garrett Wilson and AD Mitchell.
They gotta replace Sauce Gardner and Quinn Williams as well.
They got to take a DT and a CB. And again, these guys might not even pan out to be as good as what they had.
Correct.
So, and you don't, and whoever making the decisions, you know what I'm saying? They got to prove it to themselves because they got a first-year GM too, right? Then they fired Joe Douglas.
Yep.
So again, I mean, the Jets are in a tricky situation. The Jets are one of those teams, man, to where it's almost at this point they might not just be able to get right, bro. They might just be in an awful predicament forever, in my opinion.
Dude, if this goes bad, they're screwed for a long. Like they're going to be screwed for at least 5 to 6 years, I think. If they don't hit on like at least 3 of those draft picks, they're in trouble. They're in trouble.
I think that's it, man. I ain't even gonna say 3. I think they need to get hit on more. They got to hit on like 5.
I mean, I'm saying 3 out of that. I'm saying 3 out of those 6 picks in the first couple. Now, obviously, they need to hit on more throughout the draft, but they need to hit on at least 3 of them, like first. You think more?
They got to hit on 5, bro. Because we talking first 2 rounds here. You know what I'm saying? You can't miss. Well, actually, let me put it this way: they got to hit on all they first. You got to.
That's why I said 3. They at least got to hit on that.
Yeah, you got to hit on your first.
Well, that would be 5. Yeah, that would be 5. So I guess you're right. Yeah, 5. They need to hit on at least 5. Yeah, I agree with that.
I can't. I'll let you. You might be able to slip up on one of them first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you. I would say 5. That's
you got to hit on because you got to think where they are now. They bad, bro.
They bad.
And all the first round picks that they've hit on, they let go. They traded them. They just traded Sauce and Quinnen. They was 2 first round picks, right?
Yep.
The other one was Jermaine Johnson. That was it.
Yeah, they tried to trade him away today too.
Yep, and they tried to trade Breece Hall. The Chiefs, you heard the Chiefs tried to call on him, right?
Yep, I seen that.
They was gonna give up a 4th, and the Jets said they wanted a 3rd. That's crazy, man. That's and he don't even want to be there.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Jets, I'm with you though. They in a tricky situation, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a tricky situation, bro. Because either this could pan out really well or really terrible.
It's a rebuild, man. And I hope they give Aaron Glenn the chance to actually, kind of see through this rebuild. Because this year, I mean, you almost got to watch this year. The owner already put all the blame on Justin Fields.
Yeah, so, I ain't like the way he did Fields like that.
I didn't either.
Even though Fields is trash, he shouldn't have did. You can't be an owner and throwing somebody under
throwing your quarterback under the bus. I mean, that's
anybody, bro. But especially, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see what happens if they keep Aaron Glenn. We'll see, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Let's jump into some college football for a little bit. Another head coach bites the dust. Auburn fires Hugh Freeze. Another job comes open. And one of your favorites, you always say at them schools like Texas, Auburn, Florida, you always say at them schools you liable to get fired any year. And you know what, Cam? You were right. We got another firing. Hugh Freeze bites the dust after 3 years at Auburn. Not even a full 3 years. He's fired. Auburn is one of those jobs, man. It's just hard to win, bro, at Auburn. Like Alabama, right there in your state. They've obviously been a prominent program in your state. I don't know if you know this since you live still in Atlanta. Auburn's not that far from Georgia. So it's only like an hour or 2 hours away from Georgia's university.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of sandwiched between 2 powerhouses. Florida State's not that far. All the Florida schools are not that far. They're just in a really tough spot. And, that job comes open. And again, and we're going to get to Dabo in a few seconds here. But, again, there's like 3 or 4 jobs I think that's more attractive than Auburn's, bro. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I think LSU is more attractive. Even though the governor seems to be a little bit too involved in who's going to get hired next, I don't like that, which kind of has turned down LSU attractiveness a little bit. I don't know if you've seen that, but they were saying like the governor is trying to dictate who's going to be the next coach, which I think is crazy.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that's a little wild. I'm not going to lie. I think LSU is a more attractive job than Auburn. I think Florida is a more attractive job than Auburn. I even think Penn State is a more attractive job than Auburn, honestly, to be real with you. Auburn at that point comes in at 4. Still pretty attractive, but again, it's kind of like what you said. It's one of them places where it's just tough to win, man. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, unless you a former player that want to come in and get Auburn right, I can't see nobody really wanting that job or why they would want that job, I should say. Because like you said, again, who did I say? I said Texas, Auburn.
You said Texas, Auburn, and Florida. You said them 3 jobs always going to be.
Them 3 jobs, bro. If you take one of them jobs, you probably getting fired within 3 years. Yeah. 2 or 3 years. 2.5, really.
If you ain't winning heavily, yeah.
Yeah. So it's Auburn is tough, man. And first and foremost, I want to say I look at a guy because I remember when they had Gene Chizik and Gus Malzahn. You know what I'm saying? And they won because Gene won that one with Cam.
Correct.
Then Gus Malzahn came back and he took them to the one in 2014.
Big Marshall. Correct.
Yeah. And they ain't been back since.
Correct.
And they fired both of them dudes.
Exactly.
They fired Gene Chizik 2 years.
2 years after.
Yeah, they fired Gene Chizik 2 years after he won the national championship. And they fired Gus Malzahn 2 years after he went to the national championship.
Correct.
It's crazy, bro. You can't win that way. There's nothing that
can I say something real quickly about this topic? I cannot believe I'm saying this. Did Penn State make a mistake by firing James Franklin? I know that sounds crazy, but dude, they're not going to get anybody better than him at this point.
No, I don't think they made a mistake. Well, in terms of what you just said, are they going to get somebody better? Probably not. No, I don't think so. So yeah, it probably was a mistake. But you also said it too, that they had a reason to fire him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they did.
But but at the same time, one play away from the national championship game, I mean, it just kind of, AB says, because you're not going to upgrade from him. I mean, we kind of been saying that.
Yeah.
Where you going to go from here?
Yeah.
And like you said, LSU, Florida are more attractive. So they getting the cream. LSU was getting the cream of the crop. Whoever the top head coach, in the cycle available. That's
I don't know though. I will say the LSU thing with that governor got me a little weary about that LSU job. Now I'm not even gonna hold you.
I think specifically for him, he don't like the athletic director. I think that's
really he fired. He fired.
Oh, did he did.
Yeah, he fired him. That was last week.
I missed it.
Yeah, he fired the Woodward dude. He fired him, which I ain't gonna lie, kind of low key deserved. He's got literally the 2 highest buyouts on his dime. Like Jimbo Fisher, he hired him at Texas A&M, and then Brian Kelly. I'm not gonna lie, they probably right on firing him. I'm not gonna hold you, but it's the fact that the governor's pretty much saying like, I want to have a role. Yeah, who's getting hired next?
He said he appointed a board to do it or something like that.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
You going corporate?
I hate to say it, I'm starting to agree with AB now because of that. Maybe Florida's the most attractive job at this point because I don't like that at all. Why is a governor picking who's going to be the next coach of a college football team?
Politics.
That's weird. I'm not going to hold you. Last week I was arguing with AB about it. I'm starting to agree with him now. I might say Florida's the best job out. Because I haven't heard Florida's governor stepping in. What's his name? DeSantis?
Ron DeSantis.
I ain't heard him coming in and saying, hey, I'm going to be choosing Who gonna be the next head coach of Florida? That's just kind of crazy.
Yeah. Imagine if Graham Neff and who's the governor of South Carolina? Is it still Henry McMaster or whoever it was?
I don't know who it is.
I don't even know who it is. But imagine if they was tight.
That's
you see how weird that is?
That's weird. No, we're not doing that.
That's weird, man.
I just think that's gonna be a weird outing. So I'm starting to think AB might have been right. Florida might be the most attractive job out right now because I don't like that.
I just don't. I don't know who would take that Auburn job. I don't know who.
Yeah, I don't know who it, and that's what I'm about to jump into next because I'm about to transition into Dabo because they're saying, quote unquote, schools like Auburn, schools potentially like Kentucky who might move on from Stoops, they're interested in Dabo and seeing what the situation is going to be like at Clemson. What's your thoughts on that? What if Dabo, instead of getting fired, he just says, I need greener pastures. I'm going to a new place. I need to start over.
Me and you probably going to disagree on this.
Okay.
But I don't want to see Dabo coaching nowhere else, bro. I want him to retire from Clemson. I mean, he's still young, so he ain't gonna quit.
And that's why I'm where I'm at on this. But go ahead.
He's still young, but it's just like it would be so weird. You know what I mean? It would be so weird. Like Dabo been at Clemson for God, how many years we had? 15?
17 years.
17 years.
Yeah, I think he's been at Clemson 17 years. If you're gonna count like when he was an assistant coach and all that.
Oh, he been there longer than that. Yeah, I'm just talking head coach.
Like 18, 19 years then.
So it's a weird. I always said like we always thought he was going to Alabama before the college football thing. Like I already knew that, so I could accept that, especially considering that's where he's from and that's his home, and he still love Alabama. I could accept that, but him going to Kentucky, bro, or Auburn, get out of here, man. No,
that's what
man.
they were saying. That's what the rumor was this weekend.
No. If he go to Kentucky, if he go to Auburn, I would probably accept that over a doggone Kentucky, bro. You can't go to no Kentucky.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because Auburn at least is a football school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's in Alabama.
Yeah, to some extent. They at least something. But Kentucky, bro?
Yeah.
If you go to Kentucky.
In that room, I was like, I don't know. But I do want to transition into Dabo.
Well, in my opinion, let me ask you this. Do you think I don't know what the Kentucky situation is like they NIL and stuff like that, but are they even more lucrative than a Clemson?
No. Well, they're in the SEC, so that's going to bode well. But as far as the NIL situation, it's probably not much better than Clemson's, I don't think. Clemson's probably got a better NIL situation. But I'm going to give y'all a little inside scoop. And we talked about this a little bit this weekend in the group chat a little bit. And this ain't nothing that wasn't already published in that article that came out earlier this week. There is a situation between Dabo and the administration and a donor base. If you're a Clemson fan, you know what that donor base is called. I'll say it, IP13. Right?
IP13 mad.
We're going to get into that. I'm not going to go Pablo Torre. I don't want no black SUVs pulled up at my house. But this is what's happening. I'm just going to give you all the 411 on what's happening, right? From what I know. This is coming from sources within the Clemson program that I've talked to over the years. IP13 and Dabo have been beefing for a couple of years now. I would say since the year, Cade's first year, we went like 8-4. They've been beefing since then, kind of, right? Originally, though, in 2023, Dabo still had the administration on his side. It was Clemson in administration, same side, and then IP13, right? IP13 said, we're going to let you do it your way, right? Last year happened, they get to the playoffs. Still didn't have the greatest team, but they get to the playoffs. Then you get to this year. Clemson's 3-5 at this point, aren't they? They're 3-4, 3-5.
3-5, man.
3-5. Haven't won a Power 4 home game in over a year and almost a month at this point. And they're probably going to lose again on Saturday to Florida State. So it's going to get prolonged to a year and a month, essentially, until they win a game at home against a Power 4 team. But anyway, you get to this stage, and now, like I told you, administration and Dabo was together. Now, the administration has said, Dabo, we're going over with Iptay. Some changes need to happen. We need you to adapt. I'm telling you what I've heard. We need to adapt. We need to change. And Dabo is now on an island essentially by himself. He's essentially, him and his team are on an island by themselves, and Clemson and the Iptay people who are big money donors are saying essentially, and I'm just telling y'all what I've heard. This is speculation, so I'm going to say allegedly. From what I'm hearing, Dabo is under a lot of pressure right now. I know y'all think I just be talking crap and I don't know what I'm talking about and all that. And Dabo is under a lot of pressure right now because now the donors are essentially saying, where we've talked about this last week, the donors have more control than anything now. Anything. We're getting to a point now where Iptay and the administration has aligned together and said, Dabo, you have to adapt or you're going to be forced out, essentially. Is what's going to happen. Cam, this could become ugly. This could become a very ugly divorce. I don't want to.
It's already ugly.
Yeah, it's going to be very ugly because Dabo and his team are saying, well, we've been doing this for 17 years. Essentially what he's saying in the press conference, he's telling them too. He's telling them, oh, I've done this for 17 years. I don't like y'all telling me how to run my program, being stubborn, right? That's what's been going on. So Clemson's at a point now, and I think Dabo's at a point now where I know he was making the jokes about, oh, well, Graham Nerf's in the back, he might fire me today and all that stuff. I think that was more so like a nut drop on Graham Nerf, in my personal opinion. But there's some tension there, bro, from what I'm understanding. There's some, again, this is allegedly. I'm not saying this is what's going on, but I think there is some tension between the administration and Iptay and Dabo. They've paid a lot of money to retain a lot of guys on this roster, and it's not panning out. And those donors are pissed from what I'm hearing.
Well, let me ask. Go ahead. Finish.
No, go ahead. No, that was really it. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, because I want to ask you a couple things, matter of fact. So you said, first and foremost, you just said that they pay a lot of money to retain a lot of these guys. Can I ask you how much of that is really on, because me and you kind of already talked about this, but I want to talk about it on the pod.
Yeah.
How much of that is really on the coaching staff versus these players might just be frauds?
So let me get into that.
Before you start, because I want to add this too. At this point, they semi-professional.
Correct.
So we need to start holding them accountable because they're getting paid now.
Correct. Which is why I didn't understand why Barnes' dad was on there a couple weeks ago telling people to shut up. This is my son. Don't be saying nothing about my son when your son been getting cooked. So again, let me jump into that. That goes back to Dabo as well because he's the one that's supposed to be evaluating this talent. What has happened is Dabo is loyal to a fault and he wants to keep these dudes that are just not that good. They're not scared to lose their job. Think about it. Who has came into Clemson and lost their job? Because we don't get in the portal like that.
Only one I can think of was them wide receivers that jumped in the portal. Frank and EJ from back in the day when they jumped in the portal.
No, I'm talking about who came into the portal and took somebody's job at Clemson is what I'm saying.
Oh, ain't nobody did that.
That's my point. Because last year we was rotating at DNs, so you can't even say Will Help came in and took somebody's spot. Because that spot was pretty much available all
year. You really ain't got no starters on defense. Ain't nobody because they rotate on the line.
Correct. So that's my point. We haven't had any competition coming in. Cade Klubnik's getting paid $3 million. They pay that man $3 million. He's been cheeks. Now, he's been better the last couple weeks. I will give him credit. The last couple weeks, he's been good. But he's been bad overall compared to what they was paying him. You know, it's a situation where these donors are pissed that they've paid all this money and they retained all this talent, and the talent is not that good because Dabo wants to be loyal. I'm going to be honest with you, Cam. Should Drew Woodass be, not Drew Woodass, him too probably, should Wade Woodass be the start linebacker at Clemson?
Shoot, probably not.
He's probably more fit for a Tulsa, ECU, somewhere like that. I don't even think Wade Woodass, I know I talk a lot of crap about him. I don't think he's the worst player on earth. I don't think he's terrible, but he shouldn't be the starting linebacker at Clemson. My son Kelly, his sister was in my mentions the other week blowing me down by, oh, I dare you talk about my brother. I get it, bro. I get that you're just trying to protect your brother and defend him. I understand that. I'm not even going to get mad at you, young lady, because I get it. You're just trying to have your brother back. That's commendable. Why is my son Kelly starting at Clemson? He didn't have not one big Power 4 offer in the country. App State, Charlotte, all these small schools were recruiting him. We give him a full ride scholarship because he went to Daniel High School.
Matter of fact, T, jump into that. Jump into that right there, what you just said. Yeah. A lot of these players, and they recruit.
Yep.
Jump into that. Because that's I want you to talk about that. Because that you've seen it.
I've been saying it. Yeah. I've been saying this for years now. Clemson has a type of recruit. They want these 2-parent household goody two-shoe dudes. I'm just being honest. And they want a team full of them. If you don't serve God and serve the Lord, you can't be at Clemson. And I'm a Christian. I love God. All that. Like, I want to make that clear. I'm not trying to make a mockery of my God. But at the same time, this is football, Dabo. Dabo is too worried about trying to make this a Christian school. And I think he's lost touch of the philosophy of what you're getting paid $11 million for. It's to win games. To win games is what you're getting paid $11 million for, not to raise young men. That's good that you want to do that. That's part of your mission. I get that. But the job is to win games. That's what you're getting paid for. Clemson is lackadaisical when it comes to recruiting. I don't know if you know this. They recruit juniors late in their cycles. They wait till the end of their junior year to offer them and crap like that. They don't offer NIL money to freshmen like that are coming in. They don't offer them a whole bunch of money. Dude, I got stories for days, man. I'm not gonna put his business out there. There is a prominent starter that plays for Clemson right now that got talked about getting multiple $1 million at Clemson. At another school. I'm talking about that school was tampering hard. Multiple $1 million. He told Clemson, hey, this school is tampering with me. They're trying to offer me $1.5 million. I don't even want 1.5. Y'all can meet me with $600K. I'll take that. He said Clemson came back with $150,000. And this is a starter, by the way. This is from his team that told me that. So again, bro, it's a lot of that going on, man. It's just Clemson is just not recruiting. You got to put that money out there, bro. You can't be. This is a new day and age, which that goes back to Dabo. Dabo wants these dudes to still be like, it's like 2016 is no longer that, bro. Things have changed, bro. That's just what it is.
And my thing is, he recruiting. This is the point I was talking about too. He recruiting guys that's not getting recruited by Power 5 schools.
Bingo.
Because you already said that my son Kelly didn't get. I saw his recruiting trail, and I'm like, bro, what?
App State, sorry.
And I don't mean no disrespect to him.
No.
Like yeah, no. You to get he deserves to play in college football, but good Lord.
Absolutely.
It's like when you look at his recruiting trail, if you load up NCAA or EA college football right now, and you look at the program rankings, the little stars, Clemson would be like a 4.5 star. Everybody else was like a 2 or 3 star. It was a huge gap
Yeah.
in a lot of these players recruiting. I'm still mad about the young dude that we just signed that decommitted from Northwestern.
Yeah.
And we hot on his trail. It's like, come on, man.
We ain't hot on his trails. He done committed to Clemson.
Yeah, he committed. It's like, come on, man. Like
Clemson went from flipping stuff from Penn State, Georgia, Alabama to sitting up here getting Northwestern scraps, bro.
and now the guys that was recruited or committed to us is going to them schools. They going to Miami. They going to the big schools. And it's like Clemson on a downhill slope. And you called it out years ago. You said it. You was like, we was talking about it. We've been talking about it. Like, you gotta see it. You gotta see it coming. It's not about just right now. We're not talking about, oh, we want to fire because we 3-5. We want to fire because this is gonna be the norm in a couple of years. That's why you gotta move on.
I tried, bro.
Because you said it 2 years when DJU is still the starter. You said, bro, it's not looking good. When Cade Klubnik first year, we was like, it's not looking good. He got to change. Last year, at this point, we both said it a couple weeks ago. Last year must have just been an anomaly. We got lucky. We got real lucky last year.
Yep.
Because if you look at this year, we just look just like the slippery slope that we done had the last couple of years. Ever since we benched
DJU, it's literally going all the way down the train.
Ever since we benched DJU against South Carolina, and Cade went in there and played against Tennessee, and we got busted. And then the following week or the following year, week 1, we got busted by Duke. Week 1. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I take it back. This goes back to the Georgia game.
Yeah, and years ago. 21. I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, this actually goes back to then when we lost 10-3. That's where we've been going down since then.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. It's a shame. It really is. I don't know. I really don't know what more to say, bro.
It's nothing else more to say, bro. I mean, if you lose this week and you're 3-6, I mean, bowl game is probably cooked because you got Louisville. That's an L that you're probably going to get.
That's an L, bro.
I think you're cooked if you don't win. I mean, I don't know. I think you're cooked regardless. I truly don't think Clemson makes a bowl game this year, and I think this will be like the 21-year streak or 25. Like, it's been a long time since they haven't made a bowl. I think it's bad.
The best they can do is if they make it
the last 4.
If they make it to 5-7, they can sneak one of them, because sometimes they invite 5-7 teams to a bowl.
Yeah.
That's the best they can do.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be, you gotta beat one of them wins, them 2 wins, they gotta be FSU, Louisville, or South Carolina. Because they're gonna let you in. They're not gonna let you in at 5-7 if your win is Furman and in another one of them schools. You gotta beat, you know what I'm saying? You gotta beat 2 of them. Well, shoot, at that point you have to be what's it called? Yeah. You have to be 6-6. So really, we ain't making it.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
so Clemson's in a bad spot right now. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm just going to touch on basketball for a quick second. Last night, UCLA got a win over, I think, Eastern Washington. We look decent. I'm not going to jump too into college basketball too deep, but it is the kickoff week. We talked about Clemson off camera. They looked pretty decent as well, as you told me. Just kind of wanted to touch on college basketball. Maybe next week we'll jump into a little more. Probably more in December when the games get into conference play. We'll probably jump into a little bit more college basketball. But I did at least want to bring it up. I know you said you had a quiz for me at the end. So I wanted to go ahead and jump into that. Yeah.
Did you want to do you want to do the quiz or you want to do the grid?
Let's do the quiz. That grid crap was hard. I'd rather do the quiz.
All right. I got you. All right, so my quiz for you, and we'll see how knowledgeable you are.
Okay.
What's your favorite sport and all?
Yeah.
Can you name me? I'm gonna go easy on you today. Can you?
Please.
Nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Can you name me every Heisman Trophy winner since Y2K?
Okay. Last year, that's a good one because I do this random. I do this in the shower sometimes. I know that sounds crazy. I do this in the shower sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. So last year was Travis.
Yep.
The year before that was Jaden.
Okay.
The year before that was Caleb, right?
Yep.
The year before that was I know those three. What year would that be after Caleb?
So you got 24. So it might be easier if you say the year as well.
Yeah.
So 24, you said Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
23, you got Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
22, you got Caleb Williams.
I know 21. Bryce Young was one of them years. What year? 21?
Yep, 21.
So Bryce Young was one of them. So in 20 was that weird year with COVID, right? Was that the Devontae Smith year?
That was Devontae Smith, 20.
Okay.
2020.
19 would have been 2019 would have been who? Let me think.
One way I like to think about it is think about the draft pick of the following year. So that's how I always look at the Heisman's, is who got picked.
Yeah. So that means whoever was took pretty high in 20. 2019. Oh, was it Kyler?
Nope.
He did win a Heisman though, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
What year was that?
He was 2018. He was the year before.
He was Joe Burrow. Duh, Tony.
Yeah.
Burrow in 19.
Yep.
In the 18, we already said Kyler. 17 was Lamar, correct?
Nope.
That was 16.
Yep.
So 17 was Baker won one of those years.
That's
so
it right there.
17.
Yep. So
Baker
Lamar
16. Lamar 16.
15.
15 would have been Derrick Henry, right?
Yep.
14 would have been.
He one of the least talked about Heisman's, in my opinion, in the last couple years. They almost just gave it to him because he had been in the run for a while and nobody else was really
hooping. It's not Jameis, is it?
No.
He won at 13 though, right?
Yep.
Okay, he won at 13. So who won the year after Jameis?
I give you
Mariota.
Yep.
Mariota, because you're right. He almost won it in 13 too and 12. Yep. Okay, so that gives me. So I'm at 12 now because we said 13 was Jameis. I told you I do this like college football. I don't play this.
Yeah.
12 was. That wasn't a Cam year, was it? That was 11.
Nope.
Or 10. What year was Cam? 10? Okay, 10 was Cam, so we're a little off on that. So we're at 2012, right?
Yep.
Is that the Johnny Manziel year?
Yep.
Okay, 11. So who was before Manziel? Was that Mark Ingram?
No, you got to think. Nope. Between Cam and Manziel.
Between Cam and Manziel.
2011. His team was 9-3 that year. They weren't in the national championship picture or nothing like that. Number 2 overall pick the following year. And his runner-up was a number 1 overall pick that year.
And you said that was 2012, so that would have been 2013 draft.
2011.
2011,
draft.
Okay. RG3 won around one of them times.
That's him right there.
Was he? Okay, so RG3.
Denzel said 11. Yep. So 10.
Bro, oh my God. 11 was 11. I said Cam, right?
No, 11 was RG3. 10
okay,
was
so 10 was Cam. 9 was. This ain't the Justin Blackman year, is it?
No, he never won a Heisman.
I know he never won it, but he almost did one of them years.
So think about 9. 9 was my first year really watching football closely. I remember this dude, crazy player.
I feel like it was a Bama guy during this time. Because they had like Julio. Ingram won one, didn't he? At one point?
Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah.
Okay, Mark Ingram. I was about to say I said him a few minutes ago. I was like, I know Ingram won one. So in 08, was that?
He got taken number 1 overall the following year.
In 09, he got took number 1 overall.
Yeah. I think he was number 1. He was up there.
Okay, so 08 would have been. If he got took number 1 in 09, 08 would have been Sam Bradford, right?
Yep.
Okay, 2007 would have been.
It's easy right here.
Huh?
I said this one easy. 07.
Have I said his name already? Or is it
Uh-huh.
Tebow?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it was Tebow. I knew Tebow was either 07 or 08. 06 would have been.
This where it gets.
Yeah, this is where it get a little harder because I was a young kid. I was like 6th grade at this point. So I remember, but I probably it's a little harder. I knocked through them first ones pretty quick though.
Yeah, you did. I give you a hint on.
I know this. Now 06.
I give you a hint on the rest of these. So 06, quarterback. Black.
Okay, black quarterback. That helps.
So I say this team. I believe he started this run for this team to have like 20 consecutive years of black quarterbacks.
Oh, it's got to be somebody at Ohio State, man.
Yep.
It's got to be. Was that Troy Smith or Terrell Pryor? Yep. No, Troy Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
05. This one easy. You know who this
Adrian
is.
Peterson, wasn't it?
No.
he won a Heisman 1 year though, didn't he?
No, he didn't. But you on the right track. He's a running back.
He didn't win a Heisman.
He a running back. One of a legend.
Oh, Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
That's easy. Yeah, my bad. I had to think a little bit.
All
04 was Leinart, wasn't it?
Yep.
03 was
03. I don't know this dude like that. He quarterback.
I know 04 was Leinart because they had 2 USC dudes back to back. I knew that.
Yeah.
03
is a quarterback from Oklahoma.
This ain't
I don't know who he is. I couldn't tell you.
You don't know who he is?
Mm-mm.
03. I got it now. I was really young then. What was that dude name? He was a quarterback. Skip that. Go to the next. I'm gonna come back to him. 03. Come back to him.
02. Quarterback. He was also a number 1 overall pick. He went to USC.
So that's Carson Palmer. I knew Carson Palmer was coming up somewhere in here. USC was putting in Heisman's every year back then. 01. Who?
Quarterback from Nebraska.
No, that wouldn't have been. That's not Osborne because he would have been earlier than that. It would have been 95. Eric Crouch, maybe.
Yeah, that's him.
Was that Crouch? Because he ended up going to the Browns. Yeah, and then 2000. Who was it?
Quarterback.
2000. Give me the hint. I mean,
quarterback, Florida State.
It's not. No, it can't be Chris Winkie, is it?
Yep.
Oh, it was Chris Winkie. Okay. So, okay, go back to that Oklahoma one. What year was that again?
03. Quarterback, Oklahoma. I've literally never heard of this dude before. That's just me. I was 5 before y'all start. I was 5. I don't know.
I was 8. So I do. Was that Jason White?
Yeah.
Jason White. Okay, I had to really think about it. Jason White. Dang, I did pretty good on that, bro. And I didn't even read the comments. I did pretty good on that.
Yep, that was him. Jason, I don't know who that is. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, he was good, bro. Like I said, I was a kid. I was only like 8 years old, but I remember him playing though. He was decent. That's kind of when I started really getting into college football around that time. Yeah, I did really good on that. I told you I don't play about college football, bro.
You did. I can go back. I usually go back as far as like 07, Tebow.
Yeah, Tebow.
I can give you Tebow. Yeah. I can give you Tebow. I can give you Bradford. Really, Mark Ingram on. I can give you all them easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's good though. I mean, but one thing about it though, you notice, I mean, pretty much everybody's a quarterback or a running back.
Yeah.
So it makes it, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the state of the Heisman.
Yep, pretty much. Who do you think is going before we sign off? Who do you think is going to win this year? Man, I feel like this is the weakest Heisman run we've ever had.
They might not give one out this year.
Stop.
Because it's only one I can think of.
Ohio State starting to kind of. He's starting to kind of click a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking only one I can think of is Mendoza in Indiana.
Arsan. I think it's coming down to Mendoza or Arsan, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I if I was them, I would make this the year that you just go, look, man, we're gonna give it to the best player in college football, and that's probably Jeremiah Smith. I mean, that's probably what they're gonna end up doing, if you ask me, you know.
Yeah. Which he is having another really good season. Yeah, I've seen something already that he's got 2,000 career yards already.
Jeez, man.
Already. And he's only
no.
Yeah.
AB, you took my man. That's exactly who I want to win, actually. It's Ty Simpson, Alabama.
Yeah, he been hooping too. Yeah.
I forgot about him. That's who I want to win, actually. AB
Yeah.
is Ty Simpson. Either him or Mendoza.
He could have been a Clemson Tiger, but we drug our feet on that. He was ready to commit to Clemson and everything. We just drug our feet.
Wait, who?
Ty Simpson. You didn't know that? Oh, Clemson was all in on Ty Simpson, man.
I didn't know that.
Clemson was all in on Ty Simpson.
Tell me, matter of fact, before we sign off, tell me just a few players that's hooping right now in college football that Clemson should have had, bro. So you said Ty Simpson.
I'll tell you 3 off the top of my back. I know he's at Penn State right now and they're struggling. Tony Rojas, linebacker at Clemson. Linebacker at Penn State, who's having a really good season, had a really good season last year. He wanted to come to Clemson. Clemson said, hey, I think they had, I don't want to put dude out because I'm actually cool with dude. D. Creighton committed. I think Jamal Anderson committed before him. They was like, we only giving out 2 linebacker scholarships. And those were the 2. No disrespect to neither one of those guys. Tony Rojas is better than both of them. And it's not really close. So that sucked. Ty Simpson now looks like one we really struggled to. We didn't hit on no quarterback that year because we tried to go out to Walker White that year. That failed. We tried to go out to Ty Simpson that year. That failed. We tried to go out to somebody else in that class too. That's
Lagway? That wasn't the same class, was it?
No, that wasn't the same class as Lagway. Lagway was the year after that, I think. And then we ended up with Cade. Ty Simpson, I think, was the same year as Cade.
Oh, same year. So, okay.
I think he was either the same year as Cade or maybe the year after Cade. But we missed on Ty Simpson. I'm trying to get current players that we missed on heavily, that we were really like close to getting. Obviously, Keon Sapp was committed to Clemson, and then, obviously he left. So, yeah, they were the same year. So, yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. So, Cade and Ty Simpson were in the same class. I knew I wasn't tripping. They were in the same class that year. So, we missed on that. So, I don't know, man. It's annoying. I'm tired of Dabo, man. I'm tired, bro. But anyway, man, another good show, another good episode, man. Again, man, appreciate y'all love and support as always. We appreciate y'all. Cam, did you want to get anything off before we sign out, man?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all as always for tuning in. Grateful for y'all, man. So just keep tuning. Oh, Denzel, bro. I wanted to ask you. You said you went to Hillcrest, bro. Which one? Did you go to the Hillcrest in the upstate, or did you go to the one that Ray Allen went to? Because I went to the Hillcrest in Simpsonville, bro. We'll talk about that off the air, but I just wanted to ask that because I seen it earlier before I forget. But y'all, bro, damn, Denzel, bro, I did not know what class. We'll talk. Okay.
D boy might have a high school reunion.
I know.
He said he graduated in 17 though.
Yeah, that was after me. Dang. We'll talk. But anyway, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy, man. Keep sharing the link and everything, man. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all's love and support, man. We're gonna holler at y'all next week. Y'all take it easy. Have a good rest of y'all's